So I went really tight with it.
You did. The temperatures drop and your protection goes lower?
Yeah, I decided. Yeah, it's funny you say that. So I've cut my hair. It's like it's basically a buzz cut. I went to a 1/4 inch on top and an 1/8 inch on side. And a friend of mine was like, "I think you did it kind of backwards because you grew your hair up pretty long in the summertime, and then you've like buzz cut it now in time for winter."
I get that. I chopped my hair at the end of summer. Yeah.
And I was just kind of. I don't know. I was kind of in the mood for it.
Okay.
And as I've also been curious too, as I'm getting older, like what kind of coverage do I have up here, And it turns out a lot more than I thought.
I think you're good.
I was prepared for there to be a potential bald spot at the back of the head.
No.
But no, I got good coverage.
You do.
So,
you did a good job. Did you have any places where, like, after you did your hair, like, oops, missed a spot or?
No, in fact, I did think it was going to be harder doing this because, I've cut my hair for a very long time. But typically I leave it like 3/4 inch long or an inch long.
Yeah.
And you would think it might be harder to cut your hair and keep it long. I mean, in this case, I found out, no, that's not really it because for me, I just kind of wear my hair messy when it's longer.
Right.
And so I can just be kind of messy with it. It may take me a long time to notice some spots that were a little bit longer. So I was pretty paranoid about that. And so it may have taken me like twice as long to do the full-on buzz cut as it did like the last time I cut it at a longer length. Kind of weird, kind of counterintuitive.
I think you did a good job.
Thanks.
Did you start your day with a haircut or did you end your day with a haircut?
So this is one of my days off. So this was like a 10 a.m. haircut. So it was long enough for, I will have a day off cup or two of coffee. So there was long enough time for me to wake up.
Okay.
And cut my hair. So
okay. Start the day off with a haircut.
It was like Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday.
Okay.
Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So
nice. You did a good job.
No, thanks. So I wanted to point out that apparently George Clooney cuts his own hair with a Flowbee.
No, he doesn't.
And here's him talking about it.
And have you been cutting your own hair?
I've been cutting my own hair for 25 years.
So it has nothing to do with quarantine?
No. Look, my hair's like really like straw, and so it's easy to cut. You can't really make too many mistakes. So years ago, I bought a thing called a Flowbee, which when we were
You did not?
When I was a kid, yeah.
The infomercial, the Flowbee.
This ingenious device lets you give yourself and family perfect haircuts every time.
It comes with a vacuum cleaner and the clippers. Yeah, I still have it.
Stop it. You don't use it.
My haircuts take literally 2 minutes. I go,
Is this Flowbee?
yeah, it's Flowbee.
That is awesome.
Yeah, listen, man, it works.
Yeah, so apparently he's been cutting his hair with the Flowbee for a very long time. Would you have ever guessed?
Never. Maybe in the 90s when he was on ER and did like the Caesar haircut. I would guess that he cut his own hair then. But now, wow.
Yeah, it seems like he's had... has he had a fairly consistent hairdo all this time?
No, I think he changes it up a little bit.
Okay. I think of, for whatever reason, I always lump him and Brad Pitt together,
Right.
And if you think of Brad Pitt's hairstyles, it seems like they've been a lot more all over the place over the years.
I would agree.
Yeah, I'm thinking Brad Pitt probably doesn't cut his own hair.
I just picture him paying way too much for a haircut.
Right.
Way too much.
And maybe one of the reasons why he and Jennifer Aniston got married, so they could get like a group discount with all the colorings and the cuts.
You
and such.
spend a lot on hair. I spend a lot on hair. Let's get married.
There you go. Yeah, family discount maybe. I don't know.
Family discount. But they both have good hair. Both have good hair.
Yeah, I would run my fingers through both their hairs at the same time. Bring your heads over here.
Get over here, you two.
Ooh, luscious. Luscious.
Oh, man. George's has got a little bit grayer, obviously, as far as changing hair. But
yeah, he hasn't started dyeing his own hair yet.
That we know of. Yeah.
It is kind of interesting because I did initially start cutting my hair. One of the reasons I initially started cutting my hair was to save money. And then I just got in the habit of doing it for so long. And similar to changing my own oil, it's just sometimes it's just convenient to just be like, I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
And as opposed to, I got to schedule it and commit to it on a certain day. I mean, come on.
I mean, but you have dude hair. So, like, how much money are you really saving? When I think of men haircuts.
$15 or something.
15? Okay.
Maybe 20 after a tip. I mean, you can go a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
I remember this one time. I don't know if it was Fantastic Sam's or where it was, but I was like, I guess I'll go to this place. And I started walking toward it, and this dude come out, and his hair was a mess. And he goes, I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so at that point, I switched to this Vietnamese hairstylist. That was she was really cool. Toy was her name.
Yeah.
Thuy. Yeah. And then shortly after, that's when I started cutting my own hair all the time.
Okay.
And now I found out that George Clooney's been cutting his hair potentially longer than I've been cutting mine. The Flowbee, it's been around for a while, yeah.
I just picture like George Clooney, like, oh, I'm going to be in Italy for a couple of months. Better pack my Flowbee. Or does George Clooney have a Flowbee at all of his residences?
That'd be my guess. Flowbee at every house.
Right.
Or he's just back home often enough to do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he said his hair was like straw. So I don't. Does that mean he could go like, a foot out in all directions with it if he really wanted to? Be curious to see George Clooney with extra long hair.
Look up George Clooney in the 80s. He had long hair.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He had long hair,
Yeah,
like
he was on
Facts
Roseanne
of
back in the
Life.
In Roseanne, right?
I think he had a small part in Roseanne, yeah. But Facts of Life, like this is cool 80s business in the front, big old party in the back.
I'm looking at George Clooney, Roseanne. There's a lot of hair happening there. And then George Clooney, Facts of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And, oh yeah, it's even longer. Look at Clooney go.
Look, and that one, like, hair in the middle of his forehead. Mm.
But he was very ugly in the face back then. Weird.
Now, see, the first picture that came up for me, he looks
just
pretty
joking.
handsome.
I was just joking.
Okay.
Oh. It would be kind of funny if his face was all jacked when he was up and coming and then suddenly got handsome.
That's Keith Urban. Keith Urban,
yeah?
when he was up and coming, he had some jacked teeth, and
Okay.
Keith's had some work done.
He got, well, at least you can get braces. That's a pretty acceptable.
Yeah, but I think he got veneers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got fake teeth on there.
Man, I don't know. This picture of George Clooney from Facts of Life with the curly hair and the jawline.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Not
You're
too
enjoying.
bad, George. Not too bad. There's another picture with maybe a little bit too much lip gloss on, though. That's like, meh.
80s lip gloss look.
Yeah.
There's sparkles in it.
My lips are always this sparkly. No, they're not. Oh, George Clooney.
Here's a Facts of Life reunion photo. No George Clooney in it, though.
Oh, yeah. He was probably in Italy or.
But you got old Natalie, you got old Joe, and you got old
Blair.
Not Blair. Tootie's not in this photo, though. No Tootie.
Tootie, where you at?
I enjoyed that show as a kid too. I liked Facts of Life. Mrs. Garrett. Girls.
Then it was the second round, and you had Cloris Leachman. She was the house mother instead of Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, okay. That's Cloris Leachman. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember there being 2 rounds, but I did not know that was Cloris Leachman back in the day. Okay. Good job, Kate.
Useless trivia. I got your back.
Kate.
Hey, Matt.
Are you familiar with Lutheran rolls?
I do not know what you speak of.
Somebody retweeted, someone on Twitter had posted this. You're like, hey, look, I made my Lutheran rolls. And it
when you
looks
say
like
rolls, are you talking about dinner rolls? Or are you talking about rolls like it's my role as the mom, it's my role as the...
Neither.
Okay.
Like roll-ups, like so basically, here, I'll show you this photo. All right, so you see those?
Oh. What did you call them?
Lutheran rolls is what they were referred to on Twitter.
Okay. We call them pickle roll-ups.
So you've had these before?
Yes.
Okay, I have not seen these before.
Okay, so I don't like ham. And it looks like this. Would you think this is a ham roll-up?
Yeah, I was wondering because I was zooming in on it. It might
ham
be
is a
ham. It might be roast beef. I'm not sure.
Ham is a popular pickle roll, but I always do turkey, cream cheese, and then pickles. Or salami, cream cheese, and pickles. That's good too.
All right, so what I'm seeing here is an aerial view. So you see from above.
Yes.
And you see the pickle, and you can tell, it's surrounded by cream cheese, and then some kind of sandwich meat is wrapped around it. Are there a bunch of pickles stacked in there?
No, it's like you take it's like you take a pickle.
Oh, a spear?
No, not a spear. Like a whole pickle.
Okay.
And then you put your cream cheese on your meat, and then you put your pickle, and then you roll it, and then you slice it like sushi. So then you've got a pickle. Yeah, you could do it with a spear.
So you start with one. It's like one giant log, then that you start cutting.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And then they make. So I hadn't seen these before. So Lutheran rolls is what they were called on Twitter.
I've never heard them called that.
And yeah, they do look really good. I hadn't seen them.
My mouth is watering. One of my favorites. It's a really good protein, low carb snack, and yeah.
So help me out on this. I bet the listeners know, but what's this akin to? What kind of roll is that?
I call it a pickle roll.
Well, I know, but there's similar kind of rolls out there that are
pinwheels.
Maybe like a. Yeah, I guess
that was
that's what I was going to say, but then that didn't feel right.
Yeah,
pinwheels.
We had pinwheels last weekend. We had buffalo chicken pinwheels. That's where you put the spread, whatever you're going to spread down, like the cream cheese and buffalo sauce and chicken. You've kind of got it in a dip form, and then you spread it on the tortilla. Then you roll it up, and then you chill it for a while. Then you cut it for these slices that kind of like sushi. We call them pinwheels.
Well, I'm sorry for doubting that maybe you were aware of this existence of this pickle roll.
Oh, yeah.
Deal.
Love this stuff.
So, and for anyone not familiar, Kate will drink pickle juice. That's how much of a pickle enthusiast she is.
I love some pickle juice. Yes. I had a pickly Bloody Mary the other day. It was good.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
A pickly one.
A pickly one. Extra pickle juice in my Bloody Mary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you order a Bloody Mary out at a place, do you ask for pickle juice to be added to it?
If they don't already, I say, can I get a little extra pickle juice in there?
Well, if it doesn't come with pickle juice in the first place, will you ask for pickle juice? I guess is what I meant to say.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have been brought a shot glass of pickle juice before. I'm like, thank you.
Here, you can figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to need more than that. Can I get another shot, please?
Thank you very much. But I have only learned this recently. This shows kind of how old I am, but a pickleback is very popular in the bars when taking shots. Have you ever done a pickleback?
Pickleback?
Where you say a shot of tequila, pickleback. So they give you a shot of tequila and then they give you a shot of pickle juice that you chase the tequila with.
All right, so you go take a shot of tequila, pickleback?
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Yeah.
Huh.
And
I don't know how bartenders have all these things in their brain. How do you think there's 1,000 total
at least
weird things like that?
At least. And things that you think are weird, and I bet you how many bartenders deal with it all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, we get this all the time. Yeah, I couldn't keep track of all that stuff.
I have started ordering the Bloody Maria with more confidence that they'll know what that is.
Yeah, I talked about your Bloody Maria too. I was like, ooh, I've been wanting to try Bloody Maria, and I looked at the people I was having Bloody Marys with, and they were all like, no. So we just stuck with Bloody Marys.
Oh, they didn't like the idea?
Yeah, I know. My sister doesn't like tequila, so she was definitely shutting it down.
Boring.
Come on, it's only 9:30. You can do tequila.
Right. Exactly. I'm not asking her to take shots of tequila.
No.
Just one up your Bloody Mary a bit.
Mix it in.
Baby step your way to some morning tequila.
There you go. Yeah. My girls like those pickle wraps, though, too. So they make, when I run out of bread and I have to make a school lunch, but I've got all the other stuff, that's what happens.
when you've run out of bread,
Yeah,
you
like-
make pickle wraps?
You know, when you're trying to figure out something to do instead of a sandwich when you don't have enough bread, either I'll do, a turkey roll up in a tortilla, or I've been known to make some pickle wraps before.
Exciting.
Oh, yeah. And then they don't know about it. So when they get to school, they're like, oh, pickle wraps. Got to keep it interesting, Matt.
Yeah, no doubt.
So are you going to buy stuff for pickle wraps and have them this weekend?
I don't think so. That's a lot. I mean, so this particular photo, there's like 20 or something in here.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of these how many do you think you could take down in one sitting, Kate? Maybe, I bet you I could eat 4 of these, maybe.
4 of the little pieces, right?
4 of the, the...
So you get 1 whole pickle, Matt, and you get your meat and your cream cheese, and then you make 3 slices, and voila.
Okay.
You've got your 4 servings, or not 4 servings, 4 pieces. 1 serving.
Now I'm just picturing myself sitting there on the couch, just not having dissected this pickle, just eating
it
like
whole.
A banana almost.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, Kate.
Hey, Matt.
So Kansas City for the month of November.
Okay.
No measurable snow in November.
0
measurable snow. So you may have seen a snowflake, but National Weather Service Kansas City pointed out this isn't abnormal. 58 of the 133 years on record didn't have measurable snowfall. Normal amount, 1.1 inches. So how are you? How you feeling about that?
Well, what does that mean, Matt? Does it mean because we had no snow in November that December and January we're going to be digging ourselves out, or?
It's funny you say that because I was actually just thinking about how I'm not a fan of drought. I want the dirt to be taken care of.
I'm not a fan of drought.
Right.
Okay,
so
okay.
I would rather it be like rainy and 40. Like give us a decent bit of rain. Give us a saturating rainfall and like a high of 40. And then it can go ahead and be dry when it's 20 degrees out. I'm like, let's bank some moisture because we need the moisture in the ground. But otherwise, no, thank you. I don't need the snow. I don't want it.
But is there any indication that because we had a dry November?
I don't think so. I don't think that means anything.
Okay.
Like there's some kind of build up of snow somewhere.
What does the old Farmer's Almanac say? No snow November.
Right.
You're going to be under 15 feet in January.
Yeah, there's no snow, so there's no shave November.
I think it's funny that you're like, I'm not a fan of drought.
And then there's Movember.
And
Makes you wear a
I
mustache.
think we should just have sunshine
No
and
snow
60s
November.
and call that winter. No?
I think we want, crops to grow and stuff.
Oh, that whole thing.
Yeah, and there to be some water in like lakes and streams and
You're talking
such.
about saturating and 40s. I'm like, dang, that is cold and
Right.
rainy. But I do have new like puddle boots. So at the same time, I guess we need the rain so I can wear my puddle boots. Not really puddle boots. They're more duck boots, just so we're
I was going
clear.
to say, these were duck boots. We spent a decent bit of time talking about your duck boots.
And they are
So,
fantastic.
did you wear them needlessly on Thanksgiving or anything?
Totally.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was cold.
Oh, man.
So I wore them.
So you feel fine wearing that? For some reason, I felt like you wanted snow, or they required snow for you to feel like it was a worthy
Moisture,
purchase.
like a puddle where you're like, it's okay. I can
Yeah.
step in the puddle because I've got duck boots on. But it was really cold one of the days. I was glad to have my duck boots on and nice warm.
Now I'm picturing you with a look of childlike wonder upon your face,
No.
deliberately jumping 2 feet into a puddle.
with like a yellow rain jacket on. Yeah. And a hood. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that yellow, the kind of yellow hat.
Because in
Rain
the
hat or whatever.
catalogs, they just look so cool in their duck boots. And I'm just like, hey, got my duck boots on. I'm not cool.
Right.
Just happy to have them.
Black Friday continues on the internet, I think, forever, right? We just agreed this is a year-round activity now.
I think so. And I think a lot of businesses were like, okay, not everybody's coming to Black Friday, so we're going to offer these savings for a long time.
So have you snagged anything recently then?
We
You had not anticipated?
We did buy appliances with Black Friday sales, but no,
Yeah.
we have not. I haven't really done. I need to do it. Haven't really done any shopping, Matt. I got a few little things, but will it be Christmas? Will it be a birthday? I don't know. It's just more stuff that we don't need. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I've done a good job too. So luckily, I think I told you a while back, I was just trying to get my email under control.
Yes.
And so unsubscribed from a lot of things.
Yes.
And so that got me down to just like one email for like Black Friday deals. It was pretty thrilling, Kate.
What was the one that made it through, Matt?
It was Broadcast Supply.
Oh, so it would have been something for you.
I'm going to subscribe to stuff that belongs to other people. Yeah, Broadcast Supply. It's where I buy like microphones and
Right.
electronic type stuff from. And it's interesting to look at. And I can say like, hey, it's for my job, kind of.
Kind of. That's what I was saying.
Kind
It
of.
was like Black Friday sales
Yeah.
for Merry Christmas to Matt instead of.
Well, not when I say made it through, I mean I saw. I didn't make any purchases. I saw one Black Friday ad in my email box.
Right. And when I say made it through, meaning you didn't subscribe from that one. So that guy still got
Right, but I
through.
did. But I did not buy anything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
no, it was not Merry Christmas to me. Even though, well, I got an email, so now I have no choice but to buy something.
I know.
No.
Well, it's the universe saying
As tempting as it is.
I was meant to have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did do a little online shopping. I say online shopping, online browsing.
Mhm.
And I just kept thinking of, okay, this time next year, these will be things that I will guilt-free purchase, or I'd have a better idea purchasing next year once we're in our house. But to get ready for being in a house when we're not even in the house yet, I thought, no, we're not going to get that stuff this year. We'll wait. So
what kind of things?
well, like I was kind of looking at Roomba. I was kind of looking at stuff for the pantry, like kind of some organizer stuff. I was looking at decoration ideas for the girls' bedrooms. And I just thought, no, don't get it now. Just, wait a little bit longer. Maybe
Yeah.
not buying things that you might use in 9 months.
Don't you kind of want to stare like the Sistine Chapel? Wasn't that a deal where who was it? It was Michelangelo who
Mhm.
did the Sistine Chapel.
Mhm.
Did he stare at the ceiling a bunch first?
Did
Is that
he?
a thing?
I don't know.
Or some artist stared at something, either a block of marble or at a ceiling for a very long period of time.
Both very similar.
Before-
Mhm.
Before, yes, pretty much the same thing.
Before
making
creating-
art out of it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I was curious, maybe you want to do the same thing. You want to move in your house and stare at some blank walls first before making decisions to what you should hang on there or whatever.
Right. And same thing with like organization. Like, let's get in there and live in there and like, okay, we got to make a system for us. Like what would have worked in the apartment or our house before might not work or might not be necessary at the new house. So yeah, it's just a wait and see game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't want to call yourself an artiste or anything like
I
that? that needs to stare at a
definitely
thing.
do not. I think artists would be like, oh, hell no, she can't be in our category just because she stares at something. No, I'm not creative at all. So, no, and I'm also, so the last big decisions we have to make, Matt, are paint, both inside and outside. And you would think that this is like, paint is so stressful. This is why I could never be an artist also. I am just...
Yeah, this is a big commitment.
I'm really struggling with committing to colors. So, and we drove around the neighborhood the other day trying to see if the color that I liked, do you see it very often? Is it all over the place? And it's not. And there's no paint or there's no color like what I want on our block. So that's good. And it would fit with the other houses, it wouldn't like, whoa, stand out. Except for the hole. I don't know what color the hole people are going to paint.
Oh.
The hole people.
Oh, the people of the hole.
So there's house, hole, and then us. So as of right now, the color that I like would fit with the street. But
So I forget. Have you met the people of the hole?
I have not.
Okay.
Our neighbors have met those people.
Okay. And yeah, maybe need to put some feelers out.
Well, I just asked if they had kids, and they said no.
Well, I knew you'd done some feelers, but I meant on the house color.
Oh, put some feelers out to the neighbors?
Well, no, to find out about the potential whole house color.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you can coordinate with the whole.
Yeah. That
But
one.
no.
I haven't done that. The last couple of
Do you know
times.
what color the whole people are going to go
Do you
for?
know what? They're going to go in the red.
Have you ever attempted to go just bizarre with it, Kate? Just put some kind of fuchsia on there or something?
No. Let me tell you how bizarre I'm feeling. I want a bright yellow door. That's about as out
Okay.
there as I am.
All right.
That's about as out there as I can go. And you can't even see the door really from the road. So it's not like you would drive by and go, whoa, that's the yellow door. You'd have to be looking for it because our porch is kind of funky.
Mm-hmm.
So
How's your porch funky?
well, there's the porch part where you can put 2 chairs or a porch swing or whatever. And then it's almost like a hallway to the front door on the porch. Does that make sense?
Oh. Now it's not like an L porch?
It is like an L porch.
Oh, okay. So there's just like a narrow part of that L.
Yeah.
That's the hallway that you're referring to?
And I don't like it, but I didn't know we could change that part of the house. So that's why we have it. But I've watched too many scary movies and I'm like, you can't see who's at the front door.
Oh, yeah. So there you are, and you had your hot cocoa at night or something, and you start walking toward the front door, and then an axe murderer gets you?
Exactly. See, Matt, you know.
Yeah. So, guy with a scary knife.
Guy with scary knife. Exactly.
Yeah, chainsaw is an option.
I mean,
The glove that has garden shears attached to the fingers. Could be one.
Edward Scissorhands.
Right. Oh, could be. I saw Child's Play recently.
On purpose?
The original Child's Play. Mm-hmm. I did. Yeah, it was available. It was available to watch on YouTube for free.
Okay.
And since I pay for YouTube Premium or whatever it's called, basically you get the full deal, no interruptions or anything, you know. And so it's like, ooh, I'll watch this movie, and it was good.
Was it?
Yes. Especially when the doll does that, does kind of the
Head turn.
the roll, body roll under the couch to get away.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, there he goes.
Quick, get the doll.
Yeah, I remember seeing. I think I saw those movies when I was too young and got pretty creeped out by it. But.
Yes, I know for sure the first one. I was too young to have seen that. I think it was at a sleepover.
So anyway, any one of these different horror film characters could get you when you've just finished your iced tea and you're headed indoors.
Right?
They ambush you and you're not seeing like your house in the middle of a field somewhere, but you're clearly going to be in a suburban environment. So whatever.
Clearly in a neighborhood, right?
Yeah, it's not a good horror movie scene, but whatever.
But at the same time, I have those visions as well. Like, yeah, we'll have neighbors, but we're on the corner.
I'm going to pretend it's a farmhouse.
Exactly. There is a side glass, if that makes sense. There's a side pane of glass next to the door.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the not dark hallway, but I don't like the deep hallway.
So is that called a window, or what do you mean? Oh, yeah, just a narrow window?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sent you a picture.
Oh, okay.
But I sent you the one of the front of the house, so you can't really see what color the door is. Unless you're right up on. But in the other picture I sent you where it's like, there's that hallway. I don't know why I keep calling it a hallway, but I can't think of an entryway. It's just deeper and...
So did you, instead of sending me a photo, did you take a screenshot?
Mm-hmm.
And send me a screenshot of... What?
Yeah.
Oh, because this is someone else's
This
house.
is the
Okay.
model house.
Yeah, duh, that makes sense, because your house is still
Yes.
halfway between Hull and this.
Yes. Yes, that is true. They've got it all locked up now.
No, okay, that isn't quite what I was expecting, but...
No, it's not as... It's not
Yeah,
as...
no, that's not as easy of a place for a serial killer to hide.
It's not as scary as I'm making it sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boring.
Right.
Kate's likelihood of being a murder victim at this house has just dropped.
Just dropped.
From 0.00002% to 0.00001. The likelihood you get murdered, Kate, is pretty low in general.
At the front door.
I think that's one thing that we can all take solace in this morning is that our likelihoods of being murdered is pretty low, all in all.
I'd like to think that, but I've been watching a lot of Unsolved Mysteries and listening to Dateline that
Are you still catching up on the latest season of Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, season 2?
I watched a couple more episodes, yep. And I remember why... I want to know. And Unsolved Mysteries are on that show for that reason. It's unsolved. And I want it to wrap up at the end. Here's an update. This is what we found. But no. Nope. I need closure. Tell me what happened to this woman who went to church at 7:00 on a Wednesday night and never seen again.
Yeah. Spooky. Vanished.
Gone. Well, until her body washed up. And then...
Yeah, I've been thinking of it because we were talking the other day about this, and I talked about how spooky it was when I was a kid, and there was a ghost Unsolved Mystery episode. But yeah, I think the vanish without explanation is scarier than the ghost.
I was definitely more scared of kidnappers than ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, the ghosts just kind of haunt you and make noises and stuff. They don't typically cause you to vanish. Although some of these vanished people could be victims of ghosts, but we never know because they vanished.
And
ghosts could have picked them up.
Do you remember the earthquake and tsunami in Tokyo in early 2000s?
Yes, I believe it hit the Fukushima power plant or whatever.
Maybe.
Right? The nuclear plant.
So this particular Unsolved Mystery was all about the supernatural sightings and experiences after that event because there were so many spirits that didn't know that they died because it happened so fast. Yeah, that was spooky. And I was not ghosts. But then the more
it's too long to become a ghost?
The more I watched it, I was like, that is creepy. They would come and try to, there were lots of people who had similar experiences of people trying to find their family, and they were soaking wet, and they'd have to explain that there was a tsunami and a lot of people died. And then when they tried to take them to their home or tried to see their home, it was all destroyed because of the tsunami. Yeah, it was weird. It was definitely weird, but it was definitely wasn't the typical ghost story that I think you see on Unsolved Mystery because there were so many ghosts.
Sorry for laughing because I know it's kind of a serious.
No, I wouldn't have watched that because it was a ghost. But then, the more I stayed with it, I was like, oh gosh, this is creepy. This is scary stuff. Not just scary stuff, I'm probably going to have nightmares about this, but I don't know. I don't get that way about ghost stories, but this one got me.
Yeah, so we had a technical issue at one of the radio. There are, I gotta think about it. We have 6 radio stations here in this building.
Okay.
Total. And I'm letting the listeners know this. And we had an issue with one of them. They're like, hey, come check out the sound that's happening on there. And after investigating it or whatever, I told our boss, and it's turns out whatever issue is coming from inside the house.
Mm-mm.
As in, this building, not at the actual transmitter site. And, frankly, I didn't think he was as appreciative of my spooky story reference.
Turns out it was a ghost.
I think he got it. Yeah, and turns out it was possibly a ghost. Wow. Because we haven't heard it since, Kate.
The call is coming from inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's messed up.
It is.
Then they parked the vehicle, and there was a hook hand on the door.
Right. Oh, no. There was a bloody handprint. I know what you did last summer.
Man, are we just stuck in Halloween mode here perpetually on this show?
I think so. I was just thinking how much you're loving holding on to the spooky laugh and the spooky voice.
Yeah.
Just like that. Just like that.
Halloween. I mean, it's probably just because I didn't get enough or any commercial production this year that requested my spooky voices on it.
What a waste.
It's okay.
I just don't think
Station's
you.
probably wanting to charge a premium to feature my voice on it. That's all I'm going to say.
Why wouldn't you just put yourself out there? Hey guys, I've got all your Halloween special effects covered. Just send me your production.
Yeah.
They probably think Matt's so busy, we don't want to send him commercials.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this Matt so busy meme that Kate's trying to make it a thing. Matt does things.
Matt does lots of things.
So nice of you, Kate, to try to fool people like that.
Matt does all the things.
No, not that many things.
Matt does way more things than Kate does.
It's team. We've got a team. We've got a great team here.
No.
Teamwork, Kate. That's what's going to work.
Teamwork's the dream work.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what that's going to work? Teamwork is a reference to?
What's up?
Oh, it's Dora the Explorer. I thought maybe you'd know that one.
I have...
Not so into Dora?
No, we did not do Dora, but I have... Okay, hold on. You said Dora. It's the Wonder Pets. That's the one that my kids love. What's going to work? Teamwork. I
thought that was
work?
Dora the Explorer,
Teamwork.
so never mind.
Wonder Pets.
Oh, yeah, okay, I messed that up. Yeah, you're right. That's the one.
Wonder Pets.
Damn it.
Wonder Pets. We're on our way. Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, nah, that sounds familiar, but you said Dora and I was out.
Yeah, I was wrong. I had the wrong one. Damn
It's
it.
okay.
Dora's the one where they're like, hey, what's in this backpack? And then they stare at the camera for like 30 seconds.
Swiper, no swiping.
Like, that's right, a comb. Yeah, so you're familiar with it. You just watched the one by
but
yourself.
Then you have to say that word in Spanish.
Pre-kids.
No, Dora. I just couldn't get on with Dora.
So you just saw enough of it to get it.
Yeah.
You know, some of the bits from it.
To move on.
Gotcha.
My nieces loved Dora.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so much for me. So we did Wonder Pets and Backyardigans and what else on Nick Jr.? Peppa Pig. We did a lot of Peppa Pig.
Yeah, I've just been adjacent to some of these by virtue of being at like friends' houses over the years.
Yeah.
When their kids were of the age, you know. But now all the kids are practically married, so, you know.
Oh, gosh.
Well, they're not that old, I guess, but, you know, past Dora age.
My cousin that I used to babysit for just had her first baby recently. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, how are you old enough to have a baby?
I was going to say, how are you going to deal with all the years ahead of you? Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh. And she's a year younger than my youngest brother. I mean, so it's not like, I don't know. I just have a hard time with kids that I babysat being married and having children.
Yep. Very old.
Very old.
So, Near Death, Matt and Kate, KJO 1055.
Brought to you by Centrum Silver.
Centrum Silver.